I'm Charlie Hempstead. I'm the Associate Director of Resource Management for BGL, which is a major insurance intermediary in the UK market. One of the underlying challenges when we first entered into this was the fact that we knew, because of the way that the industry is moving at the moment, we were going to get a huge increase in the workload demanded by insurers around what's called NCD, no claims discount. This is where the customer has to prove that they are entitled to the discount that they've claimed when they have bought the policy. 70% of all the policies sold had to be checked for this NCD proof. So that was going to create really significant extra cost to the business, which is one of the reasons, probably the principal reason, why we felt that this was the time to really look at blending the front and back office activity. We have around 800 front office advisors. We had something in excess of 100 people in the back office, spread across 30 or 40 different back office processes. But NCD was about to become the biggest of those, and it was probably going to require us to employ 25 extra people just to deal with that.
Hi there, I'm Elizabeth Gooch and I'm the founder and chief executive of VG Solutions plc. We're a back office workforce optimisation vendor. This new potential explosion of work in the no claims discount process actually occurred, and it was decided then by BGL that they wanted to achieve blending. Largely the back office is a lot of multi-stage complex tasks with some short cycle one and done type stuff, and lots of varied systems, work coming in all over the place. And the key challenge is to actually work out what should be done next in order to achieve good customer service and SLAs. So what our solution does is create that ACD for the back office in the same way that the front office has the ACD to capture the calls before they're distributed out.
In the event, because of the solution that we found, we didn't employ any of those people. All of that work was absorbed, partly from our own cost management perspective, that if you can blend the work, then you don't need to spend so much money. Our challenge then was, how do we find the time in the advisor's schedule to actually do the work? And that's when we got involved with the conversations with Intradiem.
Intradiem is an intraday management technology provider. We help clients like BGL respond to unforeseen events in their business. And BGL had a unique circumstance of some unplanned events that were happening in their business. They had a spike in back office activity, and simultaneously they had excess capacity in the contact center.
And I think one of the key things about call centres is that everyone thinks that they have been optimised to the ultimate level, and there is no more to squeeze out. But there are these peaks and troughs in call demand, and that essentially is spare capacity.
It's now business as usual for us. As a consequence of that, we've been able to effect some pretty significant savings. It's difficult to say what the impact of each individual system is, because we were addressing one issue. And both have contributed. So globally, we can say definitely a direct cost saving of £500,000 sterling. On top of that, we've been able to underwrite activity that we were going to do anyway, whether we'd had these systems or not. But it was taking a risk to try to blend the activity without the controls around it. So in total, we've probably saved £1 million, I would say.
So BGL were trying to achieve two things. One was, we've got to accommodate this explosion of work, but also we want to give a better customer experience. And for me, I don't think it is about back office and front office. It's actually about a single customer contact strategy. And as far as the customer is concerned, it's one office.
The agents really like the variety, no question about it. It's one of the things that we thought would be a benefit. And it's definitely been a benefit. There's definitely a benefit to the customer from speaking to somebody who's more informed, and there's definitely a benefit to the advisor from the fact that they know that they're better informed and they can deal better with the customer as a consequence. So there's definitely a benefit all around that. And from obviously from the company's point of view, there's a significant financial saving too. So everyone wins.
prior to having access to technology like Intradiem and like EG, companies would simply have to staff up to deal with these unplanned events that happen in their business. In the case of all this back office work that was sort of flooding into the contact or to the back office here at BGL, they would have simply had to staff up to deal with it. Meanwhile, they had all this capacity in the contact center that without applying technology was unused and unusable capacity. And so it's great to get to work with clients like BGL that whether they believe they are or not, they're pioneers in accomplishing something that's been talked about in the contact center and back office space for many years, that of a blended agent. We like to call it one office, the ability to not think of it as back office and front office, but to think of it as one office.
It's worked extremely well, and the investment in the two systems has enabled us to follow through on what strategically we knew was the right thing to do, which was to blend the front and back office activity.